Alrighty, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. If other people come and join, that's perfectly okay. We'll just throw them in line and catch them up. So, hello, I am Misty. Um, yeah. The way I command, so if I recall like a move, the way I call moves are move set, pre, go. Since we are doing formations today, when I call pre, that is when you would walk. So we're walking on pre today since this is formations. I will be sending some diagrams and stuff from the SSD dictionary in muted chat. So if you want to kind of have that open and looking there, that's perfectly okay. If I at any point start going way too fast and you need me to slow down, just let me know. I will have my eye on Say Chat, but it's not always a guarantee that my Say Chat will be open and that I will see it. In that instance, or if the chat system is just being a butthead to you, feel free to ping me in muted and I will get to your question when I see it. Alrighty. So formations is the topic we're going over today, that along with action formations. I find formations are a great way to focus on your alignment and your gaps within formations because obviously if you're in a formation, everybody has their set space. You can't just be, swerving left and right or else you're gonna chop someone's head off. And we do not want that. We do not want any death within our formations. So that is one thing that we are going to focus a lot on today is making sure that we're not veering or swerving off our lines, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in the SSD diagram of what we're doing first. We're going to do just a simple arrow. Very self-explanatory, right? It looks like an arrow. So I'm going to go ahead and line you guys up. So let's do, okay, so Cat, you're going to be our line lead if you don't mind going and lining up at X. And then we will have Grim, and then we will have Emery. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, so unless specified for today, we are going to stay on the center line. So Cat, I just want you to continuously bear belt at A and C. So the first move that we're going to get into is arrow. So when I call an arrow set, on pre, you guys are all going to start walking. And on go, Cat is just going to stop right where she is. And then Grim, you're going to go to the left of her. You're going to be brushing boots. So that means is like if, okay, so Cat, let's say Cat stopped in her arrow formation right now, and I am pretending I'm Grim. I'm going to walk up and I'm going to be like brushing boots with her. If I back up, our boots should be almost touching, right? With it being an arrow formation, you want your, oh, I got arrow and flock mixed up. That's my bad, y'all. So with arrow, same thing. You just want to be your front hooves to Cat's back hooves. And then Emery, um, you're just going to walk up to Cat's other side. So you would be right where I am for an arrow, if that makes sense. Yeah, beautiful. Sweet. Alrighty, go ahead and get back into your line. Don't worry, I will be mixing up line order just so everybody gets to experience being the line lead and performing the arrow and stuff like that. Alrighty, so we're going to do a trot set. We're going to try to maintain boss gaps, so back of saddle gaps. Trot, set, pre-go. Beautiful. I'm going to have you bear belt at the wall, and then we will do the arrow set. All good, just catch up. There you go. Grim, just take like 2 canter strides. Yes, beautiful. All right, arrow set, pre, go. Yep, alternating left and right. Yes, beautiful. Good fix, Grim. So, let's see. Yes, okay, so Grim, next time you want to make sure that you're a little bit closer to Cat. Not by much, but just a tiny bit. But other than that, you did great. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call just a trot set out of this. So what that means is Cat's going to immediately trot, and then Grim, you're going to follow Cat, and then Emery, you're going to follow Grim. Does that make sense? Perfect. All right. Trot set, pre, go. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Spare belt at the wall. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I'm going to call a stem set. So what that means is when I call stem set, the line leader is going to curl over and then join in the back of the line. So stem set, pre, go. Yeah, perfect. And then Cat just canter up a few strides. Yep, and then bare belt. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty. Arrow set, pre, go. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so now when I say trot set, I want Emery to be the first one to trot, and then Grim, and then Cat to follow. So let's try that. So trot set, pre, go. Yeah, awesome. Alrighty, arrow set, pre, go. Beautiful, awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna have a little fun with this, and we're going to try an action arrow. So with an action arrow, we have what is called an anchor. So our line lead at the time is what is going to be our anchor. They are not going to adjust gaps at all. They're just going to stay at the gate called, which in this instance will be a trot. Our other 2 riders are going to want to be side by side to our leader on their screen. So let's say we're trotting right now and Emery is our lead. This is how you should look on your screen. You should be side by side with your line lead. Now, this is one of the main things, right? We don't want to veer because if I veer, I'm cutting Emery off, and that just results in a whole bunch of death, and we don't like death. Alrighty, so I'm going to call a trot set out, and it's going to be Emery, followed by Cat, followed by Grim. So trot set, pre, go. Beautiful. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Cat, just take like 2 canter strides up, please. Oh, all good, all good. And then Grim, slow down a little bit. There we go. Sweet. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call you guys into a regular arrow. And then from there, I'm just going to call an action arrow. And on that action arrow, you guys are just going to trot. Alrighty. Yeah, there we go. Great. All right, arrow set, pre, go. All good. Okay, so I think we got a little mixed up in the line order, but that's okay. All good, all good. There we go. We'll just fix it here. Alrighty, so I'm going to call an action arrow set, and you're just going to immediately trot. Grim and Cat, you're going to keep side by side alignment with Emery. Action arrow set, pre, go. All good, just trot or do a few canter strides up, Grim. Oh, I forgot about the wall. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have Emery halt, please. Just go ahead and halt, everybody. Beautiful. Okay, so do we understand kind of like the alignment? Does that make sense? Like how our two riders on the side are supposed to be side by side. Perfect. Alrighty. I'm going to have Cat be our anchor and reform the action arrow on this dot back here. So we have a little time to look at our alignment and veering. Yep. So Cat, you're going to be the point right where I'm at. And then my other two Pookies pick whether you want to be on the left or the right. Beautiful. Alrighty. So mainly what we're focusing on now is alignment, right? We want to make sure we're side by side to Cat and that we're not veering off of our dot or lines. Alrighty. Action arrow set, pre, go. Grim, I think you're lagging just a little bit, so do a few canter strides up. One more canter stride up, Grim. There we go. Yeah, you're lagging just a little bit, but that's okay. Beautiful, yes. That looks awesome. Just run into the wall. It's fine. I like running people into the wall. Beautiful. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah. I have a thing for running people into the wall apparently. Okay. Let's move on to, does everyone feel comfortable with the formation? The arrow formation? Yes, we ready to move on? Yes, awesome. Yes, your horse does have armor. That is a very good thing. Alrighty, I'm gonna have uh reline it X in your original line order. So that should be Cat, Grim, and then Emery. Awesome. Alrighty, so our next formation that we're going to do is called Domino. I'm going to pop in a picture in muted. So Domino looks kind of like, like how you would stack dominoes up and then knock them over. This is kind of the same concept. So on pre, once again, everybody's going to walk, and then on go, our first person will just stop. However, our second and third person will go to the left. So we're going to the left of Cat for this instance. So when we go to the left, we want to be back hooves to front hooves. So your horse's back hooves should be to the person besides you's front hooves. Ugh, if I can speak today, goodness gracious. Yeah, so just like that. So Grim, you would be where I am currently right now. Yeah, perfecto. Alrighty, so this is what domino should look like. We're always going to do it to the left of our line lead, so we always assume to the left. Alrighty, trot, set, pre, go. Want to be in boss gaps. Yep, just bear belt at the wall. Awesome. Alrighty, so we're gonna try this. Domino set, pre, go. Good fix, Grim. Yeah, yeah, that was really good. Nice. Alrighty, so just to switch up the line order, when I say trot set, Emery, you're gonna trot set first back onto center line, followed by Grim, followed by Cat. So trot set, pre, go. Yeah, beautiful. I'm gonna watch from the overhead for a second. Yep, just bare belt at wall. Good job. Alrighty, domino set, pre, go. Yes, beautiful. Yes, great fix, Cat. Great fix. Yeah, that was awesome. Good job. Alrighty. Now, how do we turn this domino into an action domino? Well, considering that in this formation right here, your line lead is going to be your anchor. Actually, no, sorry. In your original line, your caboose is going to be your anchor. So when I say domino set, let's say like Cat was in the back of the line and now she's all the way up here in a domino set. So she is now our anchor. There, blah, 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 blah. If I could speak, my tongue would work with me. It's been a long day, y'all. So what that means is Cat will not adjust their gaps. It is on the other two riders behind to adjust their gaps to Cat. You want to be basically the same thing as the anchor alignment. You want to be side by side with the person next to you. So Grim on your screen, you should be side by side with Cat, and then Emery on your screen, you should be side by side with Grim. Oh, that was a lot to say. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and let's see. I'm just gonna call a trot set, and then we'll do Emery go first, then Grim, and then Cat. That way we're in the line lead. Alrighty. Trot set, pre, go. Awesome. Beautiful. Alrighty. We'll try an action domino on the next one. Alright. Domino set, pre, go. Yes, so remember Cat is now our anchor. Action domino set, pre, go. All good, all good. Alrighty, and then you can just halt at the wall once you get there. Alrighty, that was a good try. We're gonna try that again. Just remember when I say action, I'm just gonna call it an action no more. I'm not gonna say action domino because action domino is a mouthful to say. When I say that go, make sure you immediately start trotting and you don't wait for the person in front of you to start. So on an action, you always want to immediately start trotting. Alrighty. Let's change the line order up a bit. Let's do Grim, Cat, and then Emery. Grim, Cat, and then Emery. You can just kind of line up right over here. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Alrighty, trot set, pre-go. Maintaining back of saddle gaps. Alright, domino set, pre-go. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. So now your anchor is Emery. With that in mind, trot or action set, pre-go. Yes, so much better. Yes, good fix, good fix. Awesome. And then, yeah, just run into the wall. Wow. There we go. Okay. That was a lot better. Alrighty. Let's see. Do we all feel comfortable about that? Any questions about the two that we have gone over so far? Nope. Awesome. Great. Alrighty. So we're going to do flock, which essentially is the opposite of arrow. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Sorry. Alrighty. So flock is basically the opposite of arrow. So your line lead is going to stop, and then you alternate left or right. You alternate left or right depending on where you are in the line. And your horse's back hooves should be aligned with the lead's front hooves. So let's have Grim come up here. Let's say you were our line lead and we just did a flock. Where, Kat and Emery, can you please show me where you would be with Grim as your line lead? Yes, perfect. Awesome. So your back legs to their front legs. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to call a trot set. I want Grim to go, then Emery, and then Cat. So trot set, pre-go. Yeah, awesome. So remember, this is called a flock. So flock set, pre-go. This one takes a little bit more rider anticipation. Sorry, my words got mixed up. And that word, you know what I'm talking about. Because your line leader is stopping and you have to swerve around them without hitting them. So you have to make sure you're paying attention and knowing when I call go. Depending on where you're in the line, it may mean that you need to immediately swerve or wait and follow. Alrighty, let's do. I'm gonna call a trot set, and I want it to be Cat, Emery, and then Grim. Am I saying your nickname wrong? Is it like Grim? I feel like I am. I'm sorry if I am. Okay. Trot set, pre, go. Gremlin, that's cute. Awesome. Alrighty, so flock set, pre-go. Good job, I'm not killing cat. Yeah, perfect. That looked great. Alrighty, so from here, we're just gonna try an action flock to the wall, and then we'll put it together. So for a flock, I need my two front riders, so Grim and Cora. No, Grim and Emery, sorry. To be trot comb aligned. So that means that um, if I was Grim and I was looking off of Emery, my horse's tail should be over her horse's nose. And same with Emery, her horse's tail should be over Grim's nose. Now, my middle rider, Cat, you're going to stay side by side alignment with these two. So you want to be on your screen right up in the middle of these two. Alrighty, does that make sense? Any questions? Awesome. Alrighty, so we're just gonna try an action block just to the wall. So action set, pre-go. Yes, awesome. Good gap fixing. I know we have a little bit of dif difference with the levels. My speech is not wanting to work today, y'all. Alrighty, you can turn around. You don't have to face the wall like you got in trouble. It's okay. I don't bite, I promise. A bit crazy. That's okay. We're all a little crazy. Alrighty. So that was what the action alignment would look for a flock. Alrighty, I'm going to have Emery start the line out here. We're gonna do it all in one go. And then I'll have Cat followed by Grim. So with this being said, Grim, you will now be our one of, oh wait, yeah. Cat, you will now be one of our outside riders, and Emery, you will now be our inside rider. So Cat, you need to keep comb aligned to Grim, and then Emery, you just need to make sure you're side by side with both of them. Alright, trot set, pre-go. Flock set, pre-go. Beautiful, beautiful. Action set, pre-go. Yep, Grim, just do a canter stride up, like one or two. There we go. Nice, yeah. That looks great. I'm not seeing much veering off your path too, which is awesome. Yeah, just kiss the wall. The wall needs some attention. Alrighty. So let's see here. Alrighty. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to test your memory a little bit. So I'm just going to randomly call either a domino, a flock, or an arrow, and we're going to see how well your memory is. And then after that, we are going to do, let's see, we may do a jagged alignment or we may do another one. I was going to do a custom one, but for the custom one, we need like 6 people, but that's okay. We'll just work around that. Alrighty, so let's do the original line order that I put you guys at the beginning. So it should be Cat, Grim, and then Emery. Just line up over here. I'm pretty sure I like broke the overview camera because now it's sideways. I don't know how to fix it. That's fine. Yep. All good, Emery. All good. All right. Oh, I'm stuck now. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so out of you two, do we have any questions regarding any three of those moves? A refresher, maybe like a refresher on something? Nope. Awesome. Alrighty. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do like one or two, and then when Emery gets back, they can just hop back in. So trot set, keeping boss alignment, trot set, pre go. I literally don't know what I did to the overhead camera. It don't like me no more apparently. Alright, domino set, pre go. Yeah, wait, actually, is that right? No, okay. Yeah, so domino's the one in front. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I had to check the diagram. My brain's a little fried right now. Yeah, so that is domino set. I'm going to call it in an action. So action set, pre go. Yep, all good. So yeah, Cat, you're aligning to Grim as Grim is our anchor. So Grim, since you're our anchor, you don't stop. You keep a trot the entire time. You don't worry about alignment. Cat is the only person who has to worry about aligning to you. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry, I was grabbing a drink of water. Alrighty. Let's do the opposite line order of what I had you guys in down there, because I honestly don't remember. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Look at you guys go. Oh, do you remember who I put in front down there? If not, that's perfectly fine. We can just do, um, let's just do Grim and then Cat. I think that's opposite of what I had. Awesome. Alrighty. I'm going to hop in line so you have the third person. Um, alrighty. Let's do trot set, pre go. Awesome. Let's do arrow set, pre go. Yeah, perfect. Just make sure that on go we are halting if we are the first person. But other than that, yeah, that was awesome. Let's call an action. So, what are we an arrow? Action set, pre go. Yeah. So, once again, Grim, I know you're lagging just a bit, but you are our anchor, so you would not walk. You would continuously trot. I should have drawn out some diagrams for this, but yeah, no, okay. Listen, don't overthink it. all the gaps, you're either side by side with someone, or if you're the furthest person, so if you're either, how do I say this? For an arrow, if you're the furthest person out, right? Everybody, no, that's wrong. What am I trying to say, y'all? Okay. I'm so sorry. What I'm trying to say is in an arrow, if you are the furthest person out, meaning you are the line lead, you are then the anchor. So when an action set is called, you continuously trot. You do not drop down to a walk to try to align to other people. You do not like stop. You continuously trot. Just because you are the anchor, that means everybody else is aligning to you. Yeah, the leader does not stop in an arrow. So let's try that again. Graham, you can go ahead and come up a few dots and then we'll rejoin behind you. Beautiful, beautiful. Trot, set, pre, go. Maintaining boss gaps. Awesome. Arrow, set, pre, go. Awesome. Welcome back, Emery. If you want to, you can come and take my spot. Beautiful. We're in an arrow right now. I'm about to call it as an action. Do you need any clarifications about what's going on, or you think you're good, Emery? Alrighty. Am I supposed to align to everyone? Great question. So you are supposed to only align to Grim. So you want to be side by side with only Grim. Don't worry about Cat over there, because Cat is also going to be side by side with Grim. So if you guys are both side by side, you guys should both be at the same position. Awesome. Alrighty. Action set, pre-go. Yeah, perfect. Great alignment. Yeah, Emery, just take like a canter stride up. Just one small. Well, yeah. Yay! Awesome. Alrighty. So we have a few things that we can do. We can either learn a jagged flat and move that as a, like, do that as an action, or we can continue going over domino, flock, and arrow, just to kind of make sure that those stick in your mind. So what would you guys rather do? Go over a jagged flat or stick to the three that we have already learned? The flat? Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. Alrighty. So, um, go ahead and have you guys come up and line up in your original line order I put you in to begin with. So that should be Cat, Grim, and then Emery. Awesome. Alrighty. So let me get the diagram for a jagged flat. No, give me 1 second. There we go. Alrighty. So a jagged flat. Oh, did that not send? Hello? Oh, it did. Okay. Sorry. So a jagged flat is where your line lead, so in this instance cat, is going to stop And then the rider behind her is going to go to the left of her, but they're going to align their front hooves to their back hooves. And then this is going to be the same thing over here. So the third person, yeah, exactly like an arrow. And the third person is going to come up here and do this. And I'm going to put myself into the line just so you guys can see. And then the next two people would then come up and be front hooves. Oh, I explained that wrong. I am so sorry. Alrighty. No, I did not. I did not explain that wrong. I explained that right. So if I, as the fourth person in line, I would come up and I would align to cat. So we would be side by side. So sorry. Alrighty, so does that make sense? Awesome. Alrighty, so if that makes sense. Okay, yeah, of course, I can repeat that. No, all good, all good. So with a jagged flat, cat is your line lead. So on pre and then on go, she's going to stop where she is. The two riders behind her are going to go into the formation that you guys are. So they're going to stop with their front hooves to her back hooves. And then same thing with the third rider in line. They're going to go to the other side and stop with their front hooves to her back hooves. Now, the fourth rider in line is going to go to the side that has not been alternated yet, and they are going to stop level with cat. So they're going to stop side by side. Gotcha. Awesome. So I'm going to ride in line for this, and then we'll do like either a stem set or something to change up the order. So if you guys can back up into the order that you guys were in. I'll just throw myself into the back. Awesome. Alrighty, so just for a reference, this move is called the jagged flat. Alrighty, trot, set, pre, go. Maintaining boss alignment. Alrighty, jagged flat, set, pre, go. And then the fourth person would just come up like this next to cat. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I'm going to call a trot set, and I'm going to trot out first, followed by Grim, followed by Cat, followed by Emery. So with this new order, that means Emery, as the fourth rider in line, you would come up to be even with me when the jagged flat is called. Alrighty. Trot set, pre, go. Awesome. Alright. Jagged flat set, pre, go. Beautiful. So Emery, you would go to the left and then align to me. Yes, beautiful. Awesome. So now how do we make this an action form? So in order to make this an action form, as there's two different lines, we don't have a set anchor normally for this move, but however, for this one, I'm just going to appoint myself the set anchor. So we'll say the line lead is the set anchor for this jagged flat. That means that I'm going to continuously trot, and then the Emery is going to comb align to me. And then the back line is going to comb align to each other, only leaving about half a horse space between, well, actually, let me repeat that. You guys are going to comb a line to each other while riding side by side. All right, let me re-explain that because I know what I just said confused me. All right, so I'm going to be the anchor. Emery, you are going to trot comb a line to me. Kat and Grim are going to side by side to the people in the front row. Do side by side alignment. Does that make more sense? Yeah? Awesome. Alrighty. So action set, pre go. Nice. Make sure, yep, that we're not veering, that we're staying nice and straight on our lines. Yeah, awesome. Perfect. All right. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and we'll line up back in original line order. And then I will hop into the back and we're going to do this one more time with the jagged flat and the action. And then that will conclude our lesson today. Alrighty, trot set, pre go. Maintaining boss gaps. Awesome. Jagged flat set, pre go. Awesome. Action set, pre go. So Emery and Grim should be side by side with us, with me and Kat. Awesome. Yes. Great alignment in the back. Awesome alignment. Yes. Awesome. Alrighty, so that was the last one that we were going to do. I hope you guys had fun. I'm going to look over the recording that I took and hopefully I didn't mess the recording up and then I can get that posted. And I'll ping you guys when that is posted along with a feedback form if you don't mind filling out. That would be awesome. Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for showing up. Um, yeah, of course. If you have any questions throughout any part of this, please just shoot me a message or do a lesson request, and I would not mind, or I wouldn't mind taking those. But yeah, see you next time. Thank you. Bye.